Hi guys, so we are on to section 3. We are learning how to solve inequalities using multiplication and division property. We're first going to learn our division and multiplication property with positive numbers. And then second, we're going to learn with negative numbers. There is a difference. So when we have positive numbers down here at our core concept, we are learning that if you multiply and divide each side by the same positive number, it produces an equivalent inequality. So this is just like our addition and subtraction. With positive numbers, we don't do anything fancy. We just get our equivalent inequality and solve. For example 1, we have n over 7 is greater than or equal to negative 1. Our operation here is division, so we are going to multiply each side by 7. We're going to be left with n and negative 7. Our sign stays the same. Okay, you guys do 2 and 3. Don't let that fraction scare you. Just going to type that into your calculator as 1 divided by 5, and you're just going to divide each side by that. Okay, so now we are going to talk about multiplying and dividing properties where c is less than 0. So that's just another way of saying when when c is a negative number. Okay, so let's look at our core concept. We had negative 6 is less than 8. We multiplied negative 2 on both sides. And the most important part is that they flipped the sign. And if you look on the right, they divided by a negative number and they flipped the sign. So this is the only tricky thing about these inequalities, is that when you multiply or divide negative numbers, you flip your sign. Okay, now let's work on that. For example 5, we have p divided by negative 4 is less than 7. We're dividing there, so our inverse is to multiply by negative 4. Now we have p, and then 7 times negative 4 gives us negative 28. Okay, what is our sign? We have to flip it. So instead of less than, it becomes greater than. For number 8, we have negative 9 times n is greater than 63. So we are going to divide by negative 9 on both sides. We're going to get m on the left and 7 on the right. Now what is our sign? It must be flipped. So now it's m is less than 7. Our quick word problem here. We earn $9.50 per hour at our summer job. Write and solve an inequality that represents the number of hours you need to work to buy a digital camera that costs. Alright, let's dissect this question. So we make $9.50 per hour. Our camera costs $2.47. And we need to write an inequality that represents the numbers of hours we need to work. Okay, so our numbers of hours is what we need. So I'm going to use an H for hours. Okay, we know that $9.50 per hour. So if I make $9.50 per hour, I make $9.50 times the number of hours I work. Okay, if we want to buy a digital camera that costs $247, then that means our total pay must be at the smallest quantity, 247. So if 247 is the smallest number it can be equal to it, or $9.50 per hour has to be greater. Okay? So our last step here, we got to solve. You're going to divide by 950. Divide by 950. And H is greater than or equal to 26. So we can go ahead and plug that in. We have, if we make 950 and we work 26 hours, we make exactly 247. So that's what we need. Okay, that's all for section 3. I'll see you guys at school. Have a great day.